of this WSL game between Reading and Arsenal from the Medeski Stadium. 1-1 after a thoroughly entertaining opening 45 minutes of football. Goal 5 minutes from kick-off and then 5 before the break. Reading ahead through the former Arsenal player Lauren Bruton, but Vivian Miedemar, the league's leading scorer, getting her 12th of the season. 3 of which have come against Reading to give an under-par Arsenal parity. Well, Joe Montemurro, I'm sure, would have had plenty to say to his players over the past 15 minutes. They were a long way behind their best in that first half, and looks as though they have made a change at the break. Jen Beattie, number 5, has come on. In fact, it is a double substitution for Arsenal, because there is Beth Mead as well. Can't say that that is a huge surprise.
Confirmation of a triple substitution for Arsenal at half-time. Number 3, Lovely Cooper. Number 4, Emma Patton. And number 21, Megan Good. Have been replaced with number 6.
Triple substitution, in fact, for Arsenal. Patton and Goot, 2 of those who've gone off. No substitutions in full. Wubben-Moy, Patton and Goot have gone off. Williamson, Beattie and Mead on. So a couple of changes in the back line. And to say Joe Montemurro wasn't impressed with what he saw in the first half would be an understatement. Here is Mead, one of the new arrivals. He was fouled there. Wubben-Moy was on a yellow card, which might explain why she's been withdrawn. An ignominious second debut for Patton. Hooked at half-time. What can Arsenal do from this free kick then? Miedemar trying to get hold of the loose ball. Williamson likewise. Little gets possession back for Arsenal. Mead. Reminder that clubs are allowed to make 5 substitutions per game in the WSL this season, so whilst it is pretty dramatic making a triple substitution, he's not played all his cards yet, Montemurro. Here's Mead. Mitchell having a little tug at her shirt and then making a perfectly timed tackle. That was fantastic from Emma Mitchell. Evans. Much better start to the second half from the away side. Reading struggling to get any sort of possession at the moment. And giving away free kicks regularly. Mead, look how much space she's got. Probably ought to have put in a better cross than that. First corner of the second half for Arsenal. Took the corner herself. Really good delivery onto the head of Miedemar as well. Just too much power on it for her to be able to steer it goalward. Reverse of the first half there, it was Arsenal putting the press on Reading and forcing them to turn over possession, albeit only briefly. Harding stabbing it forward. Reading could do with just keeping the ball for a minute or so. Can be easier said than done against a team like Arsenal. Fishlock, too much on that. Here's Evans. That early goal from Lauren Bruton, by the way, only the second that Arsenal have conceded away to Reading in the WSL. Won 3 of 3 on the road against the Royals before today. Well done by Rowe. Oh, well, I thought so anyway. Referee says she used too much force on Leah Valti. Wasn't a good free kick to Evans, did well to turn it on to Mead. Arsenal managed to get 20 yards further up the field. Fishlock forward. Harding not giving this up. Oh, and Zinsberger was slow off a line then. Miscommunication in the Arsenal backline, reminiscent of the first half there just for a moment. Line up. Chelsea are ahead against Manchester United in the top of the table game. Vanilla Harder on the half hour has put Emma Hayes' side ahead. Just approaching half-time in that one here. You've had almost 10 minutes of the second half. It's still 1-1. James. Well, we're back here. Opportunity for James, who's teed it up for Bruton. Can she get a second of the game? Cleared away by Little. Not sure if she was looking for Harding or trying to score herself there, Lauren Bruton. But again, careless from Arsenal at the back, and it almost cost them. Reading starting to warm up in the second half. Volti's clearance not the best. Michaeland. Fishlock rather. Line is happy to let that go out for a throw. Michaeland trying to spin away from McCabe was brought down by her. Well, similar position from where Reading sent in the free kick that led to the goal. Rachel Rowe's gone over to this, but it was Emma Mitchell who put it in when Bruton scored. I want to go with a right or a left footer here. Players all bunched together around the penalty spot. Again, Fishlock's lurking. She's going to make a late run. It's Rowe who puts it in this time. And Zinsberger got enough on it. And now Arsenal looking to break. Fishlock making sure that can't happen. It was a foul though. And her reaction might see her get a yellow card. She's trying to keep her emotions in check, Jess Fishlock, but because they had got away from her, she is the first Reading player to see a yellow card in this game. Williamson switching it left, or right to left. Bright start, Arsenal have just faded a bit. Too much on that for Harding to get on the end of. Half-time now in the game between the top two, Chelsea leading Manchester United by a goal to nil. Here's Fishlock. It's a poor pass, should have been able to pick out James. And that might be punished, because here goes Miedema. Van der Donk in the middle, other friends arriving too. Really important recovering challenge to put it behind for a corner from Liner. Corner number 3 of the game for the visitors. Far too close to Maloney though. Now Zinsberger, good with their feet in the first half. That's another good clearance, although Mead couldn't get it under control. This is Mitchell from range. And Zinsberger able to keep it out, and then grateful that the nearest player to the ball was Jem Beattie rather than somebody in a Reading shirt. Miedema really frustrated there. She wanted to play on. Can see a point as well. Referee was a bit quick on the whistle there, and Arsenal still in possession. Here's Little, 3 in the middle to aim at. Only managed to hit Deanna Cooper. Had to hammer it forward because their first touch had put her under pressure. Well, they came flying out the traps at the start of the second half, Arsenal. They haven't been able to find a goal, and now Reading have got back into the game. Still there for the taking for both sides. 1-1, just past the hour mark. Good footwork from Mead. Van der Donk. Little. Plenty in the way of support to feed it in for Miedema. Patrick had to be in the right place at the right time to stop her getting the ball.
Reading substitution number 10, Lauren Brewton, is being replaced with number 18, Danielle Carter.
Well, Reading's first change will see the goal scorer and former Arsenal player Lauren Bruton withdrawn, and on in her place comes an Arsenal legend, Danielle Carter, who swapped Arsenal for Reading in the summer and who scored in the 6-1 defeat against her old club on opening day. He's coming on here, Carter. 11 years, 4 league titles. FA Cups galore, League Cups too, during her time at Arsenal. But now, looking to inflict some pain on her old club. First change of the day for the home team. Arsenal having made that triple substitution at half-time be really interesting to hear what Joe Montemurro thought of his side's first half performance. Clash of heads here, which will mean that treatment is required. Van der Donk okay, thankfully. Deanna Cooper, whom she collided with. Cooper doesn't look too badly hurt either, thankfully, because she's already off the pitch. That's where she can be treated. Well, concussion protocol, a hot topic in football over the last couple of years. Reading's medical staff will, of course, only allow Cooper to continue if they believe that she's able to. She will say she is, no doubt. Walloped upfield from Maloney. Here's Emma Mitchell. Flag's gone up for offside here, but play's going to go on anyway with Arsenal in possession. Approaching the midway point of the second half. Arsenal still huffing and puffing. Reading putting in one of their better performances of the season. Touch had to be perfect there with Miedemar lurking in behind liner. Good header that from Beth Mead. Chasing her own flick on, she's done really well. She's taken Mitchell out of the game. It's a fantastic ball in as well. And Miedemar usually buries those. She believes the reason she didn't is because she was fouled. How good was that from Beth Mead? Miedemar convinced she should have had a penalty. Now Mead, can she get the shot off here? Well, she could, but she couldn't get it on target. Immediately offered an apology to her teammates. Had plenty of support there. She was entitled to go for goal, but the effort was wayward. Change number 4 of the game coming up for the away side. Danny van der Donk handed a start. She hasn't been a first choice pick in the league this season. She hasn't made the most of the opportunity, truth be told. Caitlin Ford, the Australian, will come on and take her place. Real quality in reserve for Arsenal today. Able to bring on the likes of Ford and Mead and Beattie and Williamson. Ford already got 6 goals this season. Joe Montemurro shuffling his pack to try and get 3 points from this game. It'll be interesting to see who looks the fitter in the final 20 minutes, Arsenal not having played for 4 weeks. Michael, and as soon as she got involved, the flag went up for offside. That's an excellent ball into space. Miedemar and Mead in the middle here. Ford is there too. On the flick on is just wide, saved by Maloney to deny Jill Roord. Difficult chance for Roord, in fairness. Had to volley it with a back to goal first time. One arm in the air from Beth Mead. Still not exactly committing players forward there. Broken out for Miedemar. It looked like it had crossed the line. Reading will have something to say if Arsenal score from this phase of play. Here's Valti. Mead offered Arsenal some genuine width in the second half. Decent cross as well. Played in toward Miedemar again, and it's loose. And what a block that was to deny Roord. Sent in toward Mead, just too high for her. Now then, shouts for handball there. It looked like it might have flicked off the arm of Emma Mitchell, who didn't know anything about it. Ford. Here's Williamson. Oh, that is painful. From very close range, referee's got to stop play because it's a head injury. No intent, obviously, from the Arsenal player, but that is not of much comfort to Jess Fishlock, who's going to need some treatment here. She was only yards away from it when Leah Williamson walloped the ball at her. Jess Fishlock. This is a concern. Well, we got this hold up in play. Let me remind you what is happening and has happened elsewhere in the WSL so far today. Earlier on, Manchester City 7-0 winners against Aston Villa. Everton have enjoyed a big victory as well. They've beaten Bristol City by 4-0. Goalless midway through the second half between Birmingham and Brighton. Chelsea 1-up in their meeting of the top two against Manchester United at Kings Meadow, and it's also 0-0 between West Ham and Spurs. They are 26 minutes into that. Fishlock looks decidedly groggy. Continued participation in this game's got to be in serious doubt. Gonna have a fair old chunk of stoppage time because of this hold-up. Field ball from Williamson's turned over possession. Fishlock quickly back into the action. Card coming out again here. It's time for Valti. Inside the final 15. Probably add 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time onto that as well. There's still plenty of time for somebody to win this game. It's a clever free kick into Harding, who was well tracked. Jim Ward had followed the runner and made sure it's just a corner for Reading. Mitchell again, the player for the set pieces for Reading. 2 arms in the air. Again, Fishlock lurking edge of the box. Right under Zinsberger, who didn't get there. Any touch from a Reading player. It surely would have been 2-1. The final connection on the ball was from an Arsenal player, though. Reading get a corner from the other side. Positive spell here for the home team. Another testing delivery. Well defended that time by Arsenal. Carter. Clever ball round the corner for Rachel Rowe. Can she pick out a blue and white shirt? Oh, Harding withdrew her foot, maybe thinking she was offside. Little spread out wide for Miedemar. Miedemar's in the middle, rather. This is Evans. Nice 1-2 with Mead. How's the cross? Too close to Maloney. Heading towards the final 10 minutes. Either side take maximum points here. Rod. Little in close attendance. Miedemar and Mead in the box. Rod having to go backward though. Good shape about Reading when they are out of possession. Space now though for Evans. Carter trying to get back there and close it down. Evans has managed to send it in. Reading starting to look a little leggy now. They're still going to be able to take advantage of any fatigue in the home team. Miedemar finding Mead. Away by Reading once more. Good deal making the ball stick up top for a while. Like a certain foul on Carter. Reading preparing to add reinforcements. Well, Fishlock's been in the wars in the game, and it looks as though it might have taken its toll on her. Tried her best after that blow to the head, but not able to continue. She's been on the end of a couple of rough challenges too. Her game is over. Or is it? Confusion all round here. I don't think the substitute came on. Here's Little for Arsenal. They're getting on with the game. Will be a corner. Now the substitute can come on.
Running substitution number 8, Cashin Fishlock is the replacement, 36.
Emma Harries it is, who will take the place of Fishlock for the closing stages here. Well, Mitchell's clearance wasn't the best. Stab back up toward Beattie. Might drop here for a volley from the edge of the box. Cushion pass to Miedemar instead. Miedemar trying to force a mistake out of her old teammate Dan Carter. Here she is on the ball. Only briefly. Williamson picked up the scraps. Put it in left-footed. Looking to break, but the Arsenal shirts outnumbering the blue and white ones. It was easy for Volti to defend. Baltic. Neither side have really done enough to merit a winning goal in the second half. Not lived up to the standards of the first. Spurs have gone 1-0 up at West Ham. Miscommunication there between Williamson and Zinsberger. Again, Arsenal really had some shaky moments in defence in this game. And Another one here might be costly. Where's Zinsberger going? She's miles out of a goal. Williamson just about tidied that up. Now here come Arsenal. Well, the Gunners are losing valuable ground on the teams above them at the moment. Little, it's a good ball. Can Miedemar get on the end of it? Mitchell made sure she could not. Dealt with it coolly. Little, here's Mead. Plenty forward here for Arsenal. Needs a quality delivery. Miedemar furious that it didn't get one. Collision there between goalkeeper and defender. Just as Rod was looking to profit, you can hear the yelps of pain. We're going to have a lot of stoppage time at the end of the game. 2 significant delays because of injuries to Reading players. Real concern here for Christine Liner, the Reading right back. She's been down for some time now. The fact the brace is there for her leg is not good news. The impact with her goalkeeper, Grace Maloney. Might be oxygen needed too by the looks of things. See the understandable concern on the faces of her Reading teammates. Manchester United have equalised against Chelsea. James is the player who got that goal there, but the concern here remains for Kirsty Liner. And that is never a sight you want to see. You can see the leg has been strapped. She's needed oxygen. She's getting the support from her teammates, but she's going to leave the pitch on the stretcher, and surely Christine Liner is going to be out of action for a significant period here. Looks as though she's smiling, which is good. Well, we've gone past the 90 minutes now. I think we might have as many as 10 minutes of stoppage time here. Well, Liner one assumes we'll go straight to hospital. Let's just hope. She is not out for too long. Farrah Williams is coming on to take her place. We can only send Liner our best wishes. Well, we are ready to get underway. Nine minutes of stoppage time signalled. Well, how's that going to affect Reading? Can Arsenal pinch the points late on here? Meads Gross was disappointing. Definitely added something since her half-time introduction, though, Beth Mead. Remains a pretty underwhelming performance all told from Arsenal, though. Carter looking to put Zinsberger under pressure. Didn't exactly look full of running though, Danielle Carter, to say she's come off the bench. Well, after such an exciting first half, I have to say it's been pretty disappointing since the restart. No really big chances for either side. Well, Reading steadily making progress inside Arsenal's half of the field. No great urgency from either side, though. Much better point for Reading than it is for Arsenal. Eikeland. Now Arsenal looking to break. Reading had committed numbers forward. Again, though, the final ball not good enough. Oh, foul by Mead, apparently. Can't have been much in that. On we go, round about a minute of the 9 that were signalled for stoppages left. James. Here's Eikeland. Maybe Reading can pinch it right at the death. Everybody appealing, but the decision is goal kick rather than corner. Just at the heels of Miedema, it's been such a frustrating game for her, even despite the fact she's got a goal. Here she is again. Couldn't quite get that under control. Carter swiped it back toward her own goal. Little then nudged off the ball, and that might be that in terms of chances to win it. Maybe not. Here's Mead. Miedema will pick this up. Fordham roared. Mead also in there, Little too. Miedema didn't do enough to beat the defender. In as far as Valti. Nervous moments these for Reading. Carter helping on Cooper's initial clearance. Referees looked at one watch, then the other. Still we play on. Leah Williamson. It's going to happen for Arsenal. It's got to be now. And that is that. Arsenal lose further ground in the race for the WSL title here. A big point for Reading. What a response after their hammering by Chelsea on this ground 7 days ago. They were ahead early on through the former Arsenal player Lauren Bruton. But 5 minutes before half-time, Vivianne Miedema poached an equaliser to take her to 12 goals for the season in the WSL. Second half couldn't match up to the quality of the first. Reading will hope the injury suffered by Christine Leiner is not as serious as it looks. She taken off on a stretcher toward the end of the game. Arsenal a long, long way from top form on their return to action, but Reading with plenty of reason for optimism for the rest of the campaign. Final score at the Medeski Stadium, Reading 1, Arsenal 1.